Wow, look at that thumbnail. It's gonna be on the internet forever. So hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about how I cleared my silly little face. Ooh. This video is very long awaited, and I also feel it's just going to be long just in general. So I have over here tried to break it up into sections. So if you're just like, hey, bish, I do not care about you. I just want to know what you did and what I can do to fix my own face. I understand, that's okay. I know I'll also be in the description box just to make your life easier. But yes, hello, my face. I'm realizing now I probably should have done this video without makeup on, but don't worry, it's all over the internet. So to start, my face, a memoir. I never really had any issues with my skin until my senior year of high school. And I mean, for all we know, I just didn't hit puberty until my senior year of high school because these never came. But for whatever reason, about that time, my skin just started to break out, and what I later found out to be just like cystic acne. And I primarily got it on my cheeks. I would still get it like on my whole face, but for the most part, my cheeks were the angriest of areas. And it sort of just got progressively worse until my freshman year of college. I remember that was the first time that I was like, what is happening? And like none of my friends ever got anything more than like a spot a year. And nobody in my family ever really dealt with acne, so you know, they were all useless. So at that time my mom was like, well, maybe just like go to a doctor because I don't know what to do with you in general. And that was sort of the beginning of a like 6 or 7 year long process of trying to clear my skin. So I tried so much crap. I've tried pretty much every product under the sun. I've tried low end, I've tried high end, like I've done all the stereotypical things that people will tell you. I mean, everybody and their mother is going to tell you basically the same stuff, where it's like you're just not drinking enough water, or it must be your diet, or it must be like stress, or it must be because of this. And especially being on the internet, I loved so much having people that have literally never met me or even seen me for more than the 30-second video that they were watching tell me why my skin was breaking out. So for literally just years, I was trying all this crap. I went to doctors, I went to 2 different dermatologists, I went on antibiotics, I tried low-end products, I tried very, very high-end products, I tried all the in-between things. I did that like red light therapy for a while. I got a Clarisonic. I got the like original, what was that? The Neutrogena wave. Yeah, I was around for that. That was supposed to be like a big deal. Like all of these things I tried and nothing was really doing it. Really, I feel like the only thing that I didn't try was Accutane. I mean, this is obviously a very personal choice, and I know it has done amazing things for many people. And I remember this point where I feel like a lot of people were doing it and they were seeing results. But there are also a lot of things that I think that at the time, I think now it's more known, but at the time people weren't mentioning. Such as, A, it's a lot harder to get on Accutane than you think. B, it can mess you up so fast. And obviously this is a personal choice. If you do it, great. This is your life, live it. But for myself, A, it is a lot more difficult to get on than I think people make it seem. Because what mine told me was you have to go through literally every other option before they would allow me to go on it. And at that point I had done all the antibiotics, I had done all the treatments, I had done all the stuff. I just felt that for myself, I would rather deal with all the problems acne was giving me versus the problems that Accutane would give me. I was like, I would rather just have spots on my face, really. Like, it's okay, it's fine. And again, I know it has worked for a lot of people, and I don't want to speak too terribly long on this because I didn't take it, so I don't really have much to say. There were people out there with larger issues than I had, not even just with skin, but I was like, hey, I'm not allergic to anything. I don't have any life-threatening diseases, so I sort of just accepted that that was how my face looked. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, another thing too is I think that acne is such a weird thing because it isn't anything that really like will affect you health-wise, but it is such a big deal when you have it. At least for me, that was like almost all I could think about. And then people will be like, oh, well, because it's this or because it's that. But I mean, I really tried everything. I know I was drinking more than enough water this whole time. I know gluten didn't affect me. Not eating dairy didn't change anything. Like, everybody is so different, and that's kind of the difficult part. And everybody has an opinion that you end up just being like, I don't know what to do. But in December of 2016, I went back home for Christmas, and just with all the traveling, and I was just stressed out at that point, there was a lot of things going on, my face erupted. And I just remember looking at my skin and was just like, nope, this is it. This is the year. I'm changing this. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what I have to spend. I'm just gonna fix this. This is stupid. That is literally how I felt. I was like, this is stupid. So I looked online and found the the Acne Treatment Center, which is what has saved my face. So the Acne Treatment Center is located in Vancouver, Washington, and I had my first appointment in January of 2017. And what drew me to them was on their website, it was like, have you tried antibiotic? You feel like you've tried all the products in the world? And I was like, yes, that is me. And during the 2-hour appointment, you meet with the owner and she talks to you about your skin, she talks to you about what was going to be happening if you decide to do treatments with them, etc., etc. Just give you kind of the rundown. Then if you do decide to move forward with them, they give you your first treatment right there. So this first treatment is pretty much what has happened every other time since then.
Full acne treatment today. So we are going to wash your face, take your pictures to compare them from last time, and then we're going to put you under steam. We're going to do some extractions, my favorite. And then we're going to do some toning and a sulfur mask, and then we're going to put on some moisturizer with some sunscreen, your best friend.
Beautiful. Or at least that's what it was like for me. They wash your face for you, they leave you under steam for a few minutes, they literally go in and pop all of your zits, they do a mask on your skin, and finally they give you a chemical peel. So during that first appointment, I was like, yep, I am in, because what they said is that basically it is just the products that is going to fix your face. And also all their staff is just super nice, and I feel like they genuinely like care about my skin. Several of them have given me like their personal phone numbers, so they're like, if you ever need anything or if you ever have any questions, like I've brought in other products to them and been like, hey, can I use this? And they'll look it over for me and approve it, and they're just wonderful. It's wonderful. And they do tell you at your first appointment that it's going to take about 3 to 4 months for your skin to clear up, which is something I had heard before and is about how long I was trying to use products in the past. So what mostly cleared my skin was the products that I was using, which if you would like to know about, I have a whole video on my skincare routine. Everything is approved by them. There are plenty that you can buy online, and I will get to other products that are approved in a minute. During those first 3 months, I would come in every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks they would give me the same treatment that they did on my first appointment. And part of the reason they had me come in every 2 weeks was so that they could monitor my skin. And so they did end up changing products to my skin, which is kind of the benefit and the whole point of why you would not just buy products, you would go to them, because you do have a person there that's like, okay, this is happening, so I need to change this. But after those 3 months, my skin was completely pretty much clear. I did have a ton of like redness and scarring still at this point, but I wasn't getting any new spots. So you might be like, Lauren, this story's great. I'm so glad that your skin is clear, but I don't live in Washington. How does this help me? It's an understandable statement, which is why I will be sharing with you all the tips that I can offer to hopefully help you out with your skin. Like I said earlier, is everybody is going to tell you different things, and I am obviously not a dermatologist, but this is all stuff that the treatment center has told me and I have found to work on my own skin. So maybe if you also feel like you've gone through all these other things and just nothing is working, something in here will help. First thing that I would do is go through your products and see this fancy list. This is a list of ingredients that will likely clog your pores, causing you to break out, and is also very commonly found in a lot of products. When I first went to the treatment center, they had me write down all the products that I was currently using, and they went through it and they were like, hey, just so you know, this is in this and this is in this. So what I feel like is a large part of the reason why I was breaking out was because there was crap in the products I was using that was breaking me out, but I was using them to stop me from breaking out, and it was a terrible circle. So for example, they told me that liquid foundation has to have an ingredient in it, like to make it a liquid foundation, there's almost always a certain ingredient in it that will likely break your skin out. Obviously, there are plenty of people that have never had a spot in their life, but if you do have more acne prone skin and you're using products with these ingredients in it, it's likely going to break you out. So what I would recommend first of all doing is just take this list and go through all your products in your bathroom right now and be like, okay, I can't use this, I can't use this, I can't use this, and it's depressing. I remember when I had my first appointment, I had just bought a really expensive, like, I think it was from like Origins or Glam Glow or something. Like, I bought a really expensive product and was like, I just can't use this anymore, that's fine. But that product wasn't doing anything for me. And also, don't just stop at your skincare. Also, look at your makeup. And I will have a couple brands listed down below for both skincare and makeup that are approved and recommended. Do include some more common things like don't smoke, drink enough water, stress is bad for you, your diet. And all those things do hold truth, but if you're watching this video, you likely have watched all the other videos that talk about them. And all those things are out there and in the world if you want to hear more about them. But some things that I personally didn't know that maybe you don't know is try not using fabric softener. Apparently there's something in most fabric softeners that will break your face out. So especially if you're using it on your sheets and then you're sleeping on those at night, it is just like rubbing all up in there and might be causing you to break out. And also try using a laundry detergent that doesn't have any fragrance or dye in it. Also, change your pillowcases. When I first started going to them, they had me changing my pillowcase every day. And the reason for this is just because all that oil and bacteria and product and crap is getting onto that pillowcase as you sleep. So you just don't want to go back the next day to just put that back on your face. I feel like it's pretty common knowledge that chlorine will dry you out. Like that's why people wear swim caps. But I never really thought about how much that could dry your skin out, which like it makes sense once you hear it. I just never really put those two things together. So, you know, if you just swim on occasion, that's probably not doing a whole ton, but if you're swimming a lot, that might be causing your skin quite a bit of damage. And lastly is some common prescriptions can actually be causing you to break out. These are apparently the most common kinds, so if you are taking some medications, it might just be something to go over and then talk to your doctor about. And another thing that you hear a lot of the time is your birth control could be breaking you out, but that is a very broad statement. And personally, I would rather have acne than a child right now. So what I was told is that it's best to avoid birth controls with very high androgen and low estrogen. I might be mispronouncing those. I'm not a scientist. I can hardly say my own name. Obviously, again, just like the medications, this is a very personal thing that you might just want to have a conversation with your doctor about. And that's everything for today's video. I really do hope that this helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And if you do live in the area, I would highly recommend checking out the Acne Treatment Center. That's everything for today. Go put an approved face mask on, take the pen your cat is batting away from him, and have a nice day. Bye. Thanks for watching.